afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. This is my 5 replacements who should replace Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. Obviously, I know in the Jurgen Klopp even announcement video, I know I mentioned 2 of the candidates, which were Xabi Alonso and Ruben Amorim, who will be in this yet, in terms of my top 5 who I would want to replace Jurgen Klopp. So yeah, let's get straight into it straight away, and obviously feel free to leave your thoughts down below when you're watching this in the comments. So the number 1 choice, well, it's definitely Xabi Alonso. That's number 1 choice. That's where all the noise is coming from. All the rumours, all the noise. Xabi Alonso does have a clause in his contract where if one of his former clubs that he used to play for as a player comes in to contact him about demands as well at their respective club, Bayer Leverkusen won't stand in the way. Bayer Leverkusen are currently top of the Bundesliga at the moment. And still in the Europa League as well, as are Liverpool. So it would be very interesting if that was the Europa League final, Liverpool versus Bayer Leverkusen. It would be like a bit passing on the teas, wouldn't it? But yeah, everything, Xabi Alonso for me just seems to tick all the boxes, doesn't he? Yeah, he has that boot room culture as well, which Liverpool Football Club is all about. That boot room culture. Yeah, we saw it with Bill Shanty passing the teas on to Bob Beasley, of course. And we have a boot room culture. Obviously, players that played for Liverpool have been managers of Liverpool in the past. Taking that deeds, for example. Clem Souness as well, and they've been managers of Liverpool Football Club. Xabi Alonso, he's proven himself, to be fair. He has proven himself with Bayer Leverkusen. The only worry for me is I still want Xabi Alonso to prove himself even more by winning the Bundesliga or the Europa League, or ideally both. That would be perfect, wouldn't it? Obviously, I want my team to win the Europa League, so sorry about that, Xabi, but you need to stand aside for that. So that's what I want Xabi Alonso to do. I want him to win the Europa League or the Bundesliga to make me more convinced more. He plays a 3-5-2 formation, 3-5-2 and 3-4-3 formation, Xabi Alonso, and people are saying, oh, that doesn't suit the Liverpool way. If Xabi Alonso is a good manager, like he says he is, he will still stick with the 4-3-3 at Liverpool, because Xabi Alonso, these good managers, they don't actually go for their preferred formation. They'll go for any style that suits the players, in my opinion. Or Xabi Alonso took this easily, that his own players to fit his system. So a lot of people will be worried about going away from the 4-3-3, and it could be a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3 with wing backs under Xabi Alonso. At the end of the day, but I think that could be a positive thing as well, where you change them from 4-3-3, and then people won't figure you out at all. You'll be unpredictable for like the first season because you're playing under your formation. So obviously Xabi Alonso, I think this is the most inevitable one. I think Xabi Alonso, he just seems to tick all the boxes, doesn't he? Xabi Alonso, and all the noise is about Xabi Alonso, and I think Xabi Alonso is inevitable. He's probably going to be the next Liverpool manager, regardless what he does for the rest of the season with Bayer Leverkusen. So he's obviously number 1, and he was always going to be on my list anyways to replace Jurgen Klopp, because he could have easily done Jose Mourinho, Zinedine Zidane, which aren't realistic in my opinion, I'm done for realistic options, in my opinion. And Xabi Alonso is obviously going to be number one because he's the most inevitable, and people are talking about him. On to the next candidate then. This is who I would want personally. I want Ruben Amorim from Sporting Lisbon. He's won the league with Sporting Lisbon in a very disrespected league, in my opinion, which is disrespected by the media. Very underrated league as well, where 4 teams can win that league, in my opinion, in terms of the club size. Sporting Lisbon, Porto, Benfica, and Prada. They're the 4 teams that come to mind that can win that league, and it's a very underrated league, and I think it's a very good league as well. He's well experienced in Europe as well. Ruben Amorim's got plenty of years in Europe, experience as well. Ruben Amorim, because we are going to be back in the Champions League next season. Yes, face it, we are. Because we're certainly finishing in the top 4, and we're obviously in the title race at the moment. And Ruben Amorim is someone I wanted for years. It kind of started obviously last year because we went through that bad season, didn't we, under Jurgen, and a lot of questions were asked about Jurgen. And obviously now he's announced that he's leaving. And Ruben Amorim is my number one target for me. Definitely, he's my number one target. I bet like Xabi Alonso, he does play 3-5-2 and 3-4-3. So there are similarities there. But again, Ruben Amorim, for me, he strikes me as a manager that if he still needs to play 4-3-3 at Liverpool to suit all the players, he'll do it. He'll play 4-3-3 because he is that manager, Ruben Amorim. I'm not sure if Xabi Alonso would do that, but I'm pretty sure Ruben Amorim would. Because if Ruben Amorim comes in and looks at it, obviously he'll want to play 3 at the back, but all the players suit a 4-3-3. He'll play 4-3-3. He can adapt, Ruben Amorim, in my opinion. He can adapt. So, he's my number one choice by a mile. By a country mile for me. Obviously, Xabi Alonso will get the job. I think we all know that. But Ruben Amorim is my number one choice for me. But I think I said it in the Jurgen leaving announcement stream that I can see Ruben Amorim down to Arsenal to replace Mikel Arteta, who I think is Barcelona bound, in my opinion. I think Mikel Arteta will go to Barcelona, in my opinion. That's how I see it. I think Arteta will go to Barca, Ruben Amorim will go to Arsenal, and obviously Xabi Alonso will go to Liverpool. And I think Jurgen will retire. That's how I see it. I just can't see Jurgen getting another job, personally. But that's how I see it. That's how I see it, anyways. And the thing with Xabi Alonso and Ruben Amorim, imagine Trent and Andy Robertson's wing backs. I think it will suit Trent more I think it will suit Trent perfectly being a wing back. Obviously, it would definitely suit Robertson a lot being a wing back, but I think Robertson is a good defender, a good fullback regardless. While Trent Alexander-Arnold is very questionable at right back, but Trent as a right wing back. I think that will suit him perfectly, in my opinion. So, but Ruben Amorim, obviously at number 2 for me. I think he's definitely. I think he should be the alternative to Xabi Alonso, in my opinion. If we can't get Xabi Alonso in. Up next, the third choice. This will shock a lot of people. It might be a bit of a bold one, controversial one. I've done for Thomas Frank. The Brentford manager. Plays good football. He's done an amazing job at Brentford, getting them off from the Championship. Yeah, you would think, but you shouldn't be doing after managers like that. But hey, you're for Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard got the Chelsea job after the season he had at Derby. So there is a risk there, and But Thomas Frank then, he can alternate between two formations and play a 3-5-2, and he can play 4-3-3, can't he? He can play 4-3-3, which will suit all of our players, the whole squad. I don't think Thomas Frank would play 3-5-2 at Liverpool. I think he would definitely play 4-3-3. And what's key about this is why I put Thomas Frank in here is his charisma. It's his charisma. It's his passion. It's his passion as well. Similar to Jurgen. He is quite similar to Jurgen in terms of his charisma and passion. Thomas Frank. And he would be my third choice personally. It would be a big step up though from Brentford, with respect to Brentford. We haven't seen Thomas Frank do it at a better team, but we never know, do we? We never know. You don't need to give them a chance. You don't need to give them a chance. For me, he plays good football, especially when he plays a 4-3-3. Thomas Frank, he plays good football. When it's 3-5-2, they do obviously sit back a bit, Brentford. But when he plays 4-3-3, I think it'd be the exact same as Jurgen, in my opinion. If he does come in, Thomas Frank, I think it'd be the exact same. Because I think he is a good manager, Thomas Frank. My only worry is how it's done for him at this moment in time at Brentford. They are now struggling, Brentford, this season. They are struggling. They are obviously in a relegation battle as well. So it is a very risky appointment if we did make it with Thomas Frank. But everyone's time comes to an end at their respective jobs. Maybe Thomas Frank has been found out. Maybe he's took Brentford as far as he can. That's what it is, and maybe why they have been found out this season, Brentford, and the club being where there's in trouble. But I like him. He's a good manager, and I'll put him at number 3 in terms of my candidates. Due to their passion and charisma, same as Jurgen, he'll get along well with the fans as well. And he plays 4-3-3, which is probably his plan B formation. His preferred formation is 3-5-2. But 4-3-3, which will suit the whole squad at Liverpool, and it'd be perfect. And he'll be my number 3 choice. On to my 4th choice. I've gone for Unai Emery from Aston Villa. And then I put this at number 4 because I just don't think it's likely to happen, because he's got a project at Aston Villa, Unai Emery. Very harsh the way he was treated at Arsenal, in my opinion, Unai Emery, which is probably the only worry about this appointment. But I thought he was harshly treated at Arsenal, to be honest with you. But you have to say, in that 2018-19 season, Arsenal should have really got top 4. In my opinion, that season. But they bottled it for themselves. And obviously, reached the final, do what they did with Arsenal. But Unai Emery is a winner. He is a winner at the end of the day. A serial winner at the end of the day. He's won countless Europa Leagues with Seville. He's won a Europa League with Villarreal. I'm pretty sure he won the league with PSG, which ain't hard to do, let's be real. And if I was being honest, though, out of all the choices that I picked, I would definitely go all out for Unai Emery, especially Bob Ruben. Because Unai Emery, at the end of the day, he's won trophies. He's won trophies at the end of the day, Unai Emery, and I think he deserves another pop at another big club, because he's so unlucky. I mean, it's harsh at Arsenal, in my opinion, the way he was treated, but I don't think it's likely though he'll come to us, but he certainly would be on my list, definitely. If it was my choice, I'll be going all out for Unai Emery straight away. Going all out for him, but I'm just being realistic in terms of my choices and who would suit Liverpool. He's got the charisma and the passion as well. there is a Andres barrier there, but Insigne has got better since even Arsenal, Unai Emery. And then he's got that charisma and passion, and I think then he'd be a fan's favourite with the fans as well, Unai Emery. So he would be my fourth choice. Very unlikely because he's got a project at Aston Villa. As he's got a project at Aston Villa, so obviously the names like I have mentioned before, they're probably the most likely candidates above Unai Emery. So Unai Emery at number 4, and he does play like a 4-2-2-2 formation, but he can also play 4-2-3-1 as well, which is perfect again for, I wish it would be perfect for our squad, the 4-2-3-1. I mean, 4-2-2-2 would be something different at Liverpool, but I don't know where that would put Mo Salah in terms of situation. If we did play that formation, I think he would probably have to do, especially with our other windows as well. Or would they? I mean, but at the same time, we just play a 4-4-2 as well with windows, so we don't know, do we? We don't know. So, but if it was my choice, Unai Emery straight away, I'll be done all out for him. Oh, without a doubt for me. He's a winner as well. Look at his CV. He's a winner. He did well in La Liga as well. So he would definitely be up there for me, Unai Emery. But in terms of Williamson, I think he'll be at number 4, in my opinion, as stock project at Aston Villa, which is still a coup, by the way, for Aston Villa. And finally, my last choice in terms of my 5 replacements who should replace Jurgen Klopp, and that is Big Hans Postecoglou from Spurs. Hans from Spurs, he's done a brilliant job so far, in my opinion, at Spurs. Looking like they could get back in the top 4 and back in the Champions League for next season. And again, he has that charisma, he has that passion. He's no nonsense as well. He is no nonsense, says it how it is, which is what I like as well. Very unlikely it's going to happen though. Very unlikely it's going to happen because, again, a bit like Unai Emery, he's got a project at Aston Villa and got a project at Spurs. So very unlikely, but certainly someone who would be on my list. And people take the piss out of the Scottish League, but he was a winner in Scottish League. It's not even just Scottish League for me. In Australia as well, he did well. Did well in Australia as well. And Postecoglou for me. So they also play a 4-3-3 at Spurs as well. They do play a 4-3-3 at Spurs with a false 9 as well. Which again, we the best Liverpool team under Jurgen, we played with a false 9 in Roberto Firmino. So again, he does play a high line, and which does cast Spurs out, in my opinion, playing that high line in certain games. We saw it at home to Chelsea when it went down to 10 men, and it was just suicidal, wasn't it? And that's the only thing I don't like about Spurs at the moment. It seems that the media seems to praise Ansball when they draw a game. You should be praising them when they win a game. You don't praise them when they draw or they're beaten them, which is, I mean, it's pitiful, really. Pitiful and pathetic when they do that. But this is the very most unlikely one to happen because he's only had one season in the Premier League with Spurs. So, but it will certainly be on my list, and certainly be on my list as well. And he's a very good manager. So, in terms of overall, who do I want? I mean, if it was my choice, it would be Unai Emery straight away. Trophies. With Ramwim's got trophies as well. He'll be my second choice. So in terms, if I was to pick a yes in terms of what I would do, Unai Emery would certainly be number one. Ruben Amorim would be number 2. Number 3, would actually be Ange. Ange would be number 3. Thomas Frank would be number 4 for me, and Xabi Alonso number 5. Just because I want Xabi Alonso, he needs to win the Bundesliga, and he needs to win at least the Bundesliga or the Europa League to fully convince me, in my opinion. But he certainly would be on my list, just because that boot room culture used to be an SRFL player as well. And he's done a better job in management so far than the likes of Steven Gerrard, for example. But for me, I'll do it all out for Unai Emery. As a plan B, with an Unwin for me. So they'll be my top 2 choices. But I'm going to leave it there. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below. Who would be your 5 replacements to replace Jurgen Klopp, and who do you think overall should replace Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool for next season? Take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video.